Hello folks, Fuzzfinger here. Let's carry on with Augusta Tower 200 AF. So at the end of the last video I said we're going to spend our Crystarium points, which is exactly what we're going to do now. And for Sarah, we're going to start by putting 9 points into her commando role, levelling that to level 50. Followed by putting 4 points in the sentinel role, levelling that to 25. And then we're going to place 17 points into the saboteur role, levelling that up to 77. So we're using a lot of points now. It's taking just under 20,000 points for this expansion. So let's finish putting these 17 points into the saboteur role, and then we'll be able to choose our bonus. And for this bonus I'm going to choose the Commando Bonus Boost 2. Okay, and as we come on to Noel, we're going to invest 6 points into his commando role, levelling that to 76. And then we're going to put 17 points into his sentinel role, levelling that to 33. And finally, once we've levelled his sentinel, we're going to put 7 points into his synergist role, taking that up to level 50. And then for Noel, to choose his role bonus, I'm going to go for the accessory capacity. Always useful. And that's it for the Crystarium. Once you've done that, we'll be ready to move on. Hopefully finish this place. So interact with the elevator and we'll be able to go to the top floor, now that we have our new shiny access key. On the way up we'll have to battle a behemoth. And so long as you've levelled up with me, you should be able to just stay in Relentless Assault and it'll drop very quickly. If you do have trouble with it, or if it heals itself, it's probably a sign that you're underlevelled.
Getting close. Let's take it down!
We can do it! For Hope, for Alyssa, for Academia!
Anyway, you'll see that if you have the Cloud Burst out and you've levelled it up quite a bit, then this battle will be a cakewalk really. Use your Feral Link at the start if you so desire to buff the party up, but you can see how quick the behemoth's dropping. He's dead nearly. So yeah, and there he goes. Very, very easy. But that's only if you've been following my levelling walkthrough at the same time. If you haven't and you're a bit underlevelled, then just head to the Arcalite Step or something and kill some enemies to level your monsters up and to get some CP.
This must be the heart of the system.
Now when you're at the top floor, there's a few chests around you can grab,
Seems like it's
and you can shop at Chocolina, but apart from that it's just a case of going up the stairs, and then when you've gone up the stairs, head to the centre of the room to start the cutscenes and get ready for a boss battle.
or against us.
You are you on your own?
Boo-boo, I brought you this.
Why? What should we do with it?
You must protect the timeline. I saw you in Erba. I trust you. I believe in you.
We're in the same time as when we met in Erba. So you're the same Yule.
Yes.
But who are you? Who are the Farseers?
I am the Seeress of the oldest tribe on Pulse. My visions of the future are recorded and stored in the Oracle Drive. But that is long in the past. There is no more need to record the prophecies. I have Caius now.
What do you mean?
He is tasked with protecting the Seeress and remembering her visions. Now and forever, he will remember the entire timeline. Caius. He is beyond death.
What? You mean he can't die ever?
The Cirrus possesses the eyes of Etro, and inside Caius beats the heart of chaos. The goddess has gifted him the curse of eternity. He is a guardian, and his mission is to protect the Cirrus. The power to see the future is a terrible weapon. It can turn history into chaos.
But then, I don't understand. Why are you helping us? I mean, you do know we're trying to change history, right?
History has already been broken. The timeline had been twisted before I met you. The distortion leads to a future of death and destruction. If you change the future, you can change the past and correct the distortions. The miracle that saved Cocoon has already been altered. Someone who was meant to survive did not come home.
Someone who was meant to survive. You mean my sister? You do, don't you? You're saying that lightning shouldn't have disappeared that day.
It was because the future was changed.
So if we keep traveling through the gates and resolve all the paradoxes that are happening...
Yeah.
If you change the future again, the true past will be restored. The past that you still remember, Sarah. Together, the two of you can correct the timeline.
Did you hear that, Noel? We've been doing the right thing all along.
Yes. Can you tell us something else? Someone has been laying traps for us inside this tower. Do you know who's behind it?
Your enemy. It is here inside the tower. It has generated the contradictions that threaten you. The machine is sentient.
A machine? So the Caius who we met earlier in academia, he was...
An imitation created by the machine.
And what about the other Caius? The one we saw in the tower?
He is real. He brought me here. And when we are finished, he will take me away.
Let's go.
Yes, go. And please, let me see a new future.
We'll do it.
Good. Everyone is smiling. This is the future I wanted to see.
I shall remember your pain. It will be carved in my heart, together with the memories of every other Yule, cursed to die this way.
I'm worried about Yule.
Yeah. But... if we're going to fight, we can't afford to have doubts. She's hoping for a better future and believes we can make it. Look! The fake Caius was sent out from this place.
But where's the enemy that Yule warned us about?
Proto-Fal'Cie. So this is what Yule meant by sentient machine.
This thing has been behind everything. It's the one who turned the people into Seath, and it's the one who's been trying to kill us in the tower.
Okay, so we're going to enter our boss battle. Again, fairly easy. No real big challenge here unless you're underleveled. You want to start off by destroying the arms of the boss, so the left and right manipulators, and when they're down you can just burn him down. And he should fall pretty quickly. This is actually the first of 2 fights we have to have with him before we can move on. and this is the easier of the two encounters, but neither's particularly challenging. So if you've got a decent party, once the manipulators have been destroyed, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to destroy them in the first stagger. And as you can see, his chain bonus does move up quite quickly. If you do not kill him by the time that your first stagger's finished, then make sure you switch to a defensive paradigm, since he does perform quite a damaging attack after the first stagger. So Tortoise would be ideal while he does that, and then just repeat the tactic.
How did the future Proto-Fal'Cie end up here?
This place must be like the void beyond. A crossroads where the future and past intersect.
And that would enable time travel. No, do you realize what this means? The Proto-Fal'Cie could have used this place to travel through time and infiltrate the artificial intelligence. Then it could have manipulated the AI to kill all the humans in the tower and build the Fal'Cie of Academia's future.
You're saying the Proto-Fal'Cie took control of the AI and ordered it to build the Proto-Fal'Cie. It's a closed loop, a chicken and egg paradox.
Right. A paradox is exactly what it is. The Proto-Fal'Cie was trying to protect the distortion that gave birth to it.
And it knew all along that it was part of the paradox.
Just a sec. If the Proto-Fal'Cie can manipulate the past, that means...
It could travel back in time and rebuild itself.
As long as the crossroads exist, you cannot defeat the Proto-Fal'Cie, Kupo!
Okay, so we've got to fight the same boss again, and it's the same strategy. Defeat the two manipulators, and then focus your assault on the boss itself. Now he does do some quite powerful single target attacks, so you might want to switch to the defensive paradigm when he casts this ability. As you can see, Sarah took a lot of health damage, and she's quite leveled up as well, so I think I'll just switch to my medic to heal that. But apart from the slightly increased damage, this is pretty much the same as before. And there it goes. It's a cinematic action sequence you'll need to complete now.
Mog!
We gotta stop it!
No!
Sarah, now! Perfect! Okay, my turn! See how you like this! Time for you to go away! For good! Thanks to Mog, huh?
Kupo! You guys play her out, Kupo.
You saved the day.
Thank you. You did great. Again.
This is Hope's fault.
Huh?
He was the one who started building these things. Proto-Fal'Cie and AI both. Or will you listen to me? Looking around for scapegoats. These fights are really starting to wear me down.
I don't blame you.
It's not gonna do us any good whining about
On the live
mistakes
trigger
of the
that comes up,
past.
you have to choose the right answer, and the correct answer is Scream at Hope. Make sure you do
Get
that.
out of here.
I'm not sure if you have to fight the boss again if you choose the wrong answer, and then keep fighting him until you choose the right one, but either way, that is the correct answer, so make sure you choose that. Scream at Hope.
The machine is manipulating the past. But then, there's no reason we can't either. Please, I hope you're watching this. Hope! Can you hear me? I've got a bone to pick with you. These machines you built
Sarah!
are driving me nuts! Ah!
You did it, Sarah.
But I didn't do anything. At least, I don't think I did.
Sarah, are you all right? Can you hear me?
Oh, I'm alive.
Oh, what a relief.
You worry too much, Noel. Noel isn't himself these days. I wonder if it's because he can't remember the future. It's understandable. No one wants to think they'll forget something that's important to them.
And now we're going to collect our first fragment for this area. There is and quite a bit of CP as well. There is a few more fragments to collect, and there's a treasure chest that's just popped up, so make sure you collect that. And also examine the console.
You know something? When you get mad, you sure do remind me of your sister.
Careful. She might be watching you now. If we are returning to a better future.
I'm sure of it.
Before we do all the side quests in this area, just make sure you unlock this gate so we don't have to return to this floor. This will unlock another academia time period for us, 4XX, which we'll be heading to a little later. Once we've collected the fragments here, we're going to do some optional areas again before we move on with the story. So when you're ready and you've activated the gate, you can return to the Augusta Tower.
Time and memory frozen in.
Okay, so now we've returned, and there's going to be 3 optional fragments we can collect on this visit. So start by heading down the stairs towards the elevator. And for the first fragment quest, we want to head to the 50th floor. So when you choose the when you go to the console, you can actually select which floor you want to visit now. And there's a new floor that's opened up to us as well, the 49th floor, which we will be heading to collect some of the items for the quests that we collect, that we pick up. Okay, so now we're on the 50th floor. We want to head into the room in the southeast where Chocolina is. So just down here. And if you turn around and look up, you can see a treasure chest that's right up there in the corner. So use Mog to collect that. So this is the quest item we need for the quest we haven't yet picked up. Don't worry, I haven't forgot to get the quest. I'm trying to do it in the most time-saving order. So now you want to travel to the room northwest of this floor. So just go all the way around the inner walkway. That's the west room there, and here we go into this one just up here. And you can interact with the computer.
Logic circuits experiencing paradox interference. Locate and retrieve paradox.
So you can collect the quest and hand it in at the same time.
Please locate and retrieve paradox source. Neutralization of source object can be carried out at this terminal. Paradox source object confirmed. Commencing neutralization.
Okay, so there's our first fragment, optional fragment, and when we've collected that, the next computer opens up for a quest for us. So go over and pick that up.
Immediate paradox resolution required. Please locate and retrieve paradox source. Neutralization of source object can be carried out at this terminal.
Okay, so for this quest and for the next quest, we need to head to the new floor that opened up for us, floor 49. So we want to go all the way back around to the elevator. Okay, and now we want to select the 49th floor. And we'll need to explore it as well while we're down here, since it's the first time we've been able to reach it. Going to run around this little bit of area to explore it on the map. And now we've done that, we just need to go and use a control panel to move one of the rooms. Just get out of this combat. So just down here in the southwest. And we just want to move the room once, so just press the button once. And before we go into that room, let's just run up here to explore the area. I don't think there's any hidden treasure chests up there though. Okay, and we're going to collect the quest item for the quest we're on, obviously, from this floor. But while we're down here, we're also going to collect the quest item for the final optional side quest we're going to do, so we don't have to come back to this floor. As long as you've got 3 wild artifacts, just check your inventory to make sure that you have, then you can activate this optional gate, which is to Urba, one of the other time periods that we haven't done yet, obviously. And when we do come to do that optional area later on, you won't have to return to this floor to unlock it. So I've just ran down here to explore, and there's a chest over there, as you can see. That will contain the Paradox Agent B, which is what we need for the quest we've selected. But we're also going to collect Paradox Agent C for the next quest we haven't yet picked up, and it's a very hard to find item, so watch very closely when I get to it. Okay, I am just going to activate this gate while we're here though. Save returning later, as I said. Okay, so there's the next period of Urba, which we won't be doing for a fair while anyway, so... But it's unlocked now for when we do need to. Now we just need to go and grab this last quest item before returning to the 50th floor to hand the previous quest in that we've just collected the item for. So head all the way to the end to explore and collect the treasure chest. Okay, gold casino ticket, very useful for those doing serendipity. And now you want to run back to this first control panel, which we haven't yet used, and activate it to turn the room. Again, just one turn is all we need. Okay, so obviously we'll just move through and explore the final platform. And like I say, this quest item is very hard to see, so Square were quite evil when they placed this item. If you look over the edge of the right hand side of this platform, oh, the bloody enemy's getting your way and all though. Look over the edge, it's so far down, it is literally a small dot, the treasure box. Can't quite see it from this angle. Now if you just throw Mog right about there, you can just see the box as a little dot down below. Very hard to know where that item is if you don't know where to look. Okay, but that's all the quest items we need. So now it's just a case of heading all the way back to the central elevator, killing any enemies on the way, and returning to the 50th floor. There might have been some chests that I've missed again. If you see any, just grab them. I didn't leave them for any particular reason. And then use the computer console thing when you're ready. And back on the 50th floor, we can return to the room with the computer terminal. There's only one bridge on and off the central reservation, so bear that in mind when you're trying to reach the rooms. And it's the northwest room where the terminal is. The waypoint marker's there though, so you can just look on your map if you do forget. And speak to the computer terminal to hand the quest in.
Source object confirmed. Commencing neutralization.
There's our next fragment. And now we already have the quest item for our final quest, so we can just speak to the computer over the side here. Pick the quest up and hand it straight in.
Virus spreading through system. Rapid neutralization measures requested. Please locate and retrieve Paradox source. Neutralization of source object can be carried out at this terminal. Paradox source object confirmed. Commencing neutralization.
And when we finish the final side quest, we gain an access key for Augusta Tower 300. And basically there's just a few treasure chests to complete on that floor. So if we go there now, and it's also the last area we need to explore for the 100% exploration objective for the side quest in Academia. So if you find Augusta Tower 300 AF and go there. And now you want to go to floor 13. If you remember back when we did this area, I did say to return to the Historia Crux from this elevator. So now if you've done that, you'll be able to go straight to the control panel. And it's a very easy floor, floor 13. There's no more rooms or anything like that. There's only the one passageway, this central part here. And there we have it. I've got my 100% exploration. So all that's left to do now is collect the few chests that are scattered around.
Go, Mog. That's my Mog.
The weird floating thing you see is actually a treasure chest that we can't access yet until we upgrade Mog's ability later on. But anyway, that's it for Augusta Tower. It's a bit of a wretched place, I know, with all the puzzles. Thankfully we're finished. So thank you very much for joining me. I've been FuzzFinger, and I'll see you next time.